So we've created a Canva page, Canva, and then we're basically going to start off from there. But the designs that I have that I want us to actually work on are those ones that I have sent, and I'm going to try and open them up and see one that we can actually pick up. Well, not all of these designs were done by me. I have others that were done by me. So I'm going to try and look for one of the most easiest first. No, not that every one of them are difficult, but it's just that it's technical. So I'm going to start off. Please just let me know if you can see my screen as I start the design process. So the first thing is you will notice that on this design, this particular design that I'm showing now, we have a logo. We have just try and pick out the important things that are there first, and then we'll start off from there. So a logo, colors, text of course. There's a background image.
Mail, I can't see that design you're talking about.
No, it's the one on WhatsApp. So let me make reference to it. The one I sent
Oh,
on
okay.
WhatsApp. So I'm making reference to this particular one. Um, reference. Okay, so I just sent it now. That particular one. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay, so you just have to focus more on your screen. Don't worry about it. I'm going to try and bring it in. Um, so don't so that you will not lose sight of what we're doing. So I want to upload the media first. Let me also have it on my screen. But the next thing I now want to do is try as much as possible to see it. I think it will be a long way down. So what I would do is let me just start off. Let me start off by the design. So one of the things I want us to constantly understand is the fact that when you have an element, when you have all of those things, your first bet is to go to um element. So I want to go to element, and it is true. So it is true element that I'm actually now going to start. So I have the design facing me, and then I'm just going to start off by going to element. You're very welcome. So I'll make sure that I create the element of those things that I want to. So I'm going to start off. So what we're doing is we're just building um the all of the things that we can see on that designs first. So don't worry about how it is going. Can you see exactly what I'm doing? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. So I just want to confirm that this is actually going to be a very, very practical class. So I'm adding two shape, and it is based on that design that you can see. So I'm adding this, and then I'm trying to also add this. If you look at it very well, you'll see that we have two of this kind of design, two of this kind of shape. So I'm also going to reduce this. Then I have for this particular page, there is a if you look at it very well, there's a line. And like I said, see, there's nothing difficult in all of these things. It's just for you to have resources, and you'll be actually good. You already know what you want to do. You have the information, and then you'll be actually good. So the next thing I want to do is just to add the this background, those lines that are there. I would just search. Let me search. I'm going to do a random search, and I'm going to search for lines. We have a lot to cover. I think I have okay, lines. So I'm going to use these lines as a background. So when I click on it, it's going to come out like this. So for me, it's a line, and then it comes out like this. The next thing I want to try and do is to make sure that to first change the color. I want to first change it to a dark color, and then I'm going to reduce the transparency. I'll reduce the transparency a lot. I don't want it's too much for me. Or no, let me try and give it a lighter, more lighter color. No. Okay, coming. Let me then I'll just try and reduce it. Giving a line, reducing the transparency of this line. Okay, to a lot, and then changing the color. Okay, so I'll just go with it. What I want to do is, because I have not started adding my image, I might have trouble doing that. So let me just start off by adding some of those text. So the next thing I want to do is I'm looking at the color, and then I'm looking at the text. So let's add our text. We need to be very, very fast in typing. So will be Fakweja inaugural meeting. So I'm just going to type that there. Word B. I see that my text is actually very big, so let me reduce this size to 100. Okay. Word B, comma, Ifako. So for those that are just joining, I already sent the image of this text. The image of this design that we're doing is just a replica of what I did. So I'm just going to use that. Inaugural meeting. Okay. So I have this, and I have it sitting on an orange background. So let me start giving this um color. So I have it sitting on an orange background. Um, I think I'll use, yes, this. And my text is of course a white text. So I'm going to change this color to white. And I want to use a unified. Remember what we said about using fonts? I said that our font must just be. We don't want to use too much font. So let me just pick just one font, and I'm going to just be playing with that font. Playing with it will mean that I'm going to be increasing. I'm going to be changing its style. So it's going to be the same font. So you see that I'm using Poppins. So I can use Poppins. This same Poppins, but I have it in bold. So let me increase this one more to 150 and see how the text looks like. So I just want to spread it out on this one. Okay, so I have this. For me, it's fine. Let me give it 120. Okay, so perfect. And then I'm going to use the align. So it's aligned to the center. I'm going to reduce the spacing in the middle. Okay, I really need to make this a darker shade of orange. Let me see. So I can pick very, 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 very bad with colors though. I'm overcoming it too. Okay, so I have this, and then the next thing I want to do is I want to also create the lower shape. There's actually no rule concerning how you start. There's no rule. You can just do what you have in mind. Most times when I start off with the background. For me, I think that's the rule for me, to start off with the background. The background will now set a tone for the design itself proper. So I start off with the background, but in this case I'm just trying to start off with this one. So there's actually no rule with what you can do. So in this other one, I'm going to add the text. I'm going to add the text, add the subtext. We're still going to change the font, the size, the color. So I'm going to change the color first. I'm going to make the size, let's say, 100. I'm going to try and zoom in so I can see it very well. Um, so once I zoom in, I'm going to just type. I don't know. Just hold on. Do I have any way to install? Okay, so I continue. So I'm just going to add the remaining text. I would have loved to use some text that are actually not too. They are not live, like just some default kind of text. But I want to make sure that this is set properly. AAC party then I'll continue like this. So please, are you following? Hello? Are you still seeing my screen?
Yes.
Okay. On to Uriel and those who just joined in, please. And what we are doing is I sent a link to the group, and that link is actually what you are supposed to click on and join us in this live section. So you are clicking on the link. I'm going to also the link I sent is what you're actually supposed to. This one.
So it's okay, okay. No
Yes,
problem.
yes.
Thank
So
you.
just join with that link so that you can actually see what I'm doing.
Let me pick up.
Okay. So you've joined, sir. Okay. So I want to now try and increase, just try and sort this my text out with the size. It should sit. It's not a big text like that, so I can decide to reduce this one. Aha. So I have something like this. This is this is C. So most times you need to just pay attention to how you type. Yes, everyone was most times you are in a hurry and then you are excited, you are doing some of those things. You just have to just check up with your designs, your text. So I have this. For Israel that are just joining, there's a link I sent to the group. That is the link you should click on so you can follow up with the design that we're doing. Israel.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I sent a link. That's the link you should click on and follow up with the design that we're actually doing.
Okay, sir.
The
I'll
Canva
do that
design
straight
that I
away.
just made the reference to now. The link I sent now that I made a reference to is what you should click on.
Okay, I'm on it now, sir.
Okay, so once you click on it, you'll be able to see exactly what we're doing.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so now we're continuing. Let me just continue with it. So I've added the color, I've added the text on it, and then the next thing I want to do is I want to add the logo. I already have the logo with me that I've uploaded. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to go and grab the logo. I'm going to grab the logo and then just insert the logo here. So once I insert the logo, of course I have to resize it to make sure it fits perfectly. And then I'm going to add the text. Have the text under. I go to text and then I click add subtext. So I'm going to add this caps lock African, apologies, African action congress, and this is just for things. Israel, you will need to mute yourself. So I'm going to make
Okay, sir.
this,
I'll
let's
do that
say,
now.
80. So I'm going to just try and make this one is bold. So what I'm actually just doing is just trying to put all of the text, make sure that they come alive in that part. So I'm also going to try and remember what we spoke about letter spacing and line spacing. So this is letter spacing for, but actually we do not need a letter spacing for a heading. I just wanted to see because I feel like the texts are not breathing properly. So let me just change. Okay, for me it's perfect. And then we have this. I want to try and increase the logo more. Yes, and I've aligned it. You can see that these are some of the things that you would actually need to do. If you have all of your informations, you will now begin to put those informations down into proper perspective. It's going to help a lot. So I have all of this now. The next thing I want to actually now touch is the image, the background image. You'll notice that there is a background and like in two ends shaking each other. So um like I said, is mostly what you need to actually do is that you begin to look out for images and then you do this based on research. So next thing I want to do, I have a meeting. The thing is, it's actually a meeting. So I go to picture, photos, and then I look for, let's say, meeting. I just hope I get that particular image because I can't remember what I did to get that. So I search on meetings, and then I'm going to have a whole lot of this in Canva. I just need to pick one perfect one and then make it as an example. Or I do online meeting. No, online meeting is not fine. Let me do shaking. So I'm trying to just get that particular image that I use for this design to make sure that I use that same particular image for this design. So, but if I once I can't, I'm not sure I remember, I'll try and get something that is very very close. So I think I have something close here in this image. So I'm just going to add this image, and then when I have this image, you see, I'm going to make sure I spread this image completely on this page, on the page, and then I have the image set like this. But I'm now going to what in the next thing I'm going to reduce the transparency. I'm reducing the transparency to, let's say, 20 20. But now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to like position the hierarchy in which it comes. I'm going to send it to backward. Just going to send it to back. So if I move it, you see that because it's back is under these images, so it's the last thing. So I have this, and then I want to also now add the background that I spoke about. So when I came to background in the first place, I did lines. So let's search for lines again. You'll notice that there are some um, diagonal lines on the image itself. So I want to try and add those lines again on this particular design to make sure that it comes out the same way or even far better. What you can actually do to designs is that you can always get better on the particular design. You might just come back and have more inspiration and do something far better. So on lines, I once I search online, I will still use this. So I'm going to just click this. It's a background. So once I click it, it's going to come up. Look at it now. It's here now, but it's covering a whole lot and it is too thick. So what the is not opaque. The transparency is high. So I'm going to just reduce it. Reduce the background. Try and reduce the background a whole lot. Or I go to edit image. I want to make sure that I don't have colors on this background. So brightness, then I can click change the color to white. Okay, so when I change the color to white, you'll notice that the image is showing properly, but it's just that the feel are no longer the same. So let me go and let me go and reset this to 0 and 0. Okay, so I have my image here, and then I'm just going to reduce the opacity very well. So I reduce it to as much as 5 or 6. So you'll notice that the feel is still there. That line. Let me increase it. Once I increase it, you'll see. Look at it. Very very. So I'm just going to type in. Let me type in 5 here, and then you see that the lines are still there. So um we are making reference to a particular design that I sent on the group. So you'd see that the lines are still there, and then I might want to crank that line up a bit. I'll just click on it and make this, let's say 7. Okay, 7 is perfect. So I have this. The next thing we'll now look at is I have location, I have date, and then I have time, and then I have contact. So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to start off by putting in those locations and the all of the things I just mentioned now. So locations, let me just add a random location. I'm going to add Lagos Island. I can decide to just type all of this together. So the next thing I do, I press enter. Um, time, I'm going to add Saturday just don't mind that the text are this big. I'm going to still edit it. Saturday, um, July 2022. So I have this. I still have one more thing else to add, which is time, right? So I'm going to add 3 p.m. Once I have this set, I just have to, number one, do what? Change my font and reduce the font size. So I'm going to give this 100 and see. Oh, perfect. So I have this, but I want to align them to a particular site. So they have to start off on a particular site. So they'll be writing from left to right. So alignment, I go to alignment, I click on this, and then you see that they are starting off from left to right. So I'll just try and then reduce this a bit. So that means my text size is now coming to 60. So I have this. One of the trick to always do is that you can all to give it a lot of spacing. I can just do line spacing. So let me try and increase line spacing. Okay, see. Once I increase line spacing, see, you can see the once imagine me bringing it together. So I just want to make sure that it looks they are all independent on their own. So I have this line spacing here, perfect. And then Lagos Island is the venue, the location. This is the date. This is the time. So you can actually represent things. You can actually represent this information using image rather than writing a date. I can also go ahead by just writing. Let me zoom in. I can go ahead by just writing. Um, I'm going to do two things here. I can go ahead by just writing location hyphen. Then I'll just bold this um date. I just write date too. I'm going to make sure that this is bold. I'm going to also put this time time, and then I can also make this bold. I'll just come out. See, it's perfect also like this. I can also do this. It's perfect. But what I want to do based on the image that I've used is that um I want to add elements to this. I want to make sure that they appear the way it is. So what I just do again is I told you about research. All you just have to do is know what you want to add and then you are good to go. So I click on elements and then I'm going to search. So the first one is Lagos Island location. So I'm going to search with location. So once I do that, I'm going to have a whole lot of suggestions for locations, icons, some of these elements. All I just need to do is now pick one. Let me pick the closest one that I have here. I'm going to pick this. So I can just resize it. I'm zooming in to get a proper view. So reduce this. Then I have location sorted out. The next one is I have date. So what will I do again? I'm going to just add date, right? Date. Once I do that, I'm going to also have suggestions on date. So you see, I have um I have date. So notice that I'm doing something. I started off with a red color here. I want to make sure that all of my icons for the information I have here are unified. I don't want to have red, blue. No. I want to have just one color that is unique to them or which is red. So I'm going to pick this other one, red. So for date, I have this in date. I'm going to resize it and I'm going to make sure that they are on the same line. You can see the line that comes out. So I have this on the same line. The next thing I want to do, this is time, right? I'm going to now type in time, or you can type in clock. Everything is just based on your own research, your own personal research. So I have this. I'm going to bring this inside. So you are wondering that this is not red now. Why is it like this? Don't worry, we can always change this color. But I want to first make sure that this is something that I like. And then before, before I properly change it, before I properly resize it, let me change the color. Look at the color here. So you would have the colors that you can edit. So I have white, which is the inside. This is the color inside. Let me change it. You'll see it. You look at it. It's the color inside. So I'm going to leave it. I want to change this orange to a red. So I'm going to click on the orange color. Then I'm going to change it to a red. So perfect red. Then I'm going to resize this, and we are done with our first image. So this is just exactly how you start off by designing. You can start off by designing your background first, adding your other icons, and then you just go on from there. So this is the first out of the other designs that we have. Do you have any question while we go to the other ones? I want to just say this, that see this is this is Ijaye. Thank you. Ijaye. Okay. So this is actually a build up from the classes that we have had. So if you do not understand now, I'll just need to go over a bit of some of these things and then would continue. So do you understand this part before we go to the next design? And the next design looks a bit technical. It's not something difficult, but it's something that you would need to pay more attention. So do you understand this first design that we have sorted out? Who doesn't? So that we can ask question and then we can actually go on to the next. This particular one. Rachel, you get this. Best. Hello?
Yes, I did it.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay. 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 So the next thing we want to now do. Hmm. I'm trying. I want to bring in that other image. So this other one is actually. No, let's start off with this other particular image here. So I'm on the group. I'm actually also sending it. Second design. Okay, so let's start off with the second design. I want to let's continue with it. So I'm just going to add page. So we're doing the second one on this particular place. So please pay attention to this one. Have you seen the second design, please? I've sent it to the group now. Please, can you confirm that you've seen the second one? Anybody? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I've seen the second one. We're going to start off with the second one now. And then let's just start it. It's not something difficult that we can't do. It's just technically beat. So the first thing I want to do, I want to first state out that there are some designs, there are some elements that are actually. Oh, I think I've just hold on, please. Okay, there are some elements that are actually outside your own reach. So churches, organizations, let me just use organization in general, they have their own particular logo. So when you are looking for it, all you have to do is you Google, you look for these images online, you Google. So please don't be on this page. For those that are just joining, I sent a link to the group, so it is the link that you're actually going to just stay on. Don't worry about this. You are going to get I'm going to also send the recording, but stay on the link so that you can actually see exactly how this is being done. But I want to ask, as you are on the link, can you hear me? Hello, Rachel, can you hear me when you exit from the link and you stay on the Canva design page? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Not sure. Not sure. Hello, can you hear me?
I can now.
Oh, okay. I was talking to myself all along. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Okay, so what I'm saying is, I'm saying that we should try and stay on the link, the page, the Canva link I sent. That is the most important thing for now. Not you watching the screen I'm sharing. So I'm asking that once you click on the Canva page and you're on the Canva page, can you still hear me? Like, can you hear me once you're on the Canva page? Okay, so perfect. So we're
Yeah,
doing
I can still hear you, sir.
okay, perfect. So what we'll do, let's start off with the second design, and then you will notice that it's not something that you cannot do. You just have to pay attention to many of the things that are there. So the first thing I said is that organizations have their own logo, and they have different things that they identify themselves with. So you do not have to start searching in Elements. You just have to Google it and then see their logos, and then you can now use it for your own designs. So I'm going to start off by putting just an image, any image here. So this image will serve as the logo. This image is going to serve as the logo for me. I'm still going to change it, but I'm going to put this image as a logo. Then the next thing I want to do is I want to deal with that background, the background that I'm seeing. If you zoom in, I can see some lines on that background. So the next, I want to go to element, and then I want to search for, let's say, um, dots. Let me see if this would work. Okay, see, I have dots here. So once I click on dots, look at, I have some of these here. Again, many of these things are just research. Once you do it, you would be able to, you would understand many of it. So let me see if I can pick. Let's see, which one should I pick. I'll pick this one. So I have this dot, and then I'm going to just try and position it to this part. But let me move my logo that I said I'm going to use here. So I'm going to reduce this, add, um, duplicate this. I'm going to duplicate this. So on this one, uh, duplicate. So I'm going to add. I want to make sure that this one is two. Okay, but let me start off with putting it on this side. I'm just going to have more of this. Or one, it's fine. Okay, one is fine. So I'm going to have this, and then I'm going to reduce the opacity. I want to make sure that it's coming in like this, so it's not too much. I have this, reduce more. Okay, perfect for me. Then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to place my logo. Of course, I said I'm going to use this as a logo now before I now search. So the next thing I want to do is add the shape under. So I'm going to go to element again, add my shape, and then I'm going to just spread the shape under. Make sure that the shape is here. Okay. So you notice that I have a color on this shape. So we're going to follow every of the pattern that we have here. Every. We're just going to add this color, and then what color do we have? I think it's an orange, almost looking like a red. I think it's a gradient color. Um, and I'd love to use that gradient color. Let me close this. Just hold on. Okay, so I'm just going to use one color for this because of our version. So I'm just going to click on this, and then I'm going to reduce this. The next thing I want to do, let's add all of the text and make sure that we are sorted with it. So I'm going to add another shape. um this shape in itself is white, so I'm going to click white. So for those that are just joining in, click on the Canva link I sent and just stay on the page while you keep listening to me, so you'll be hearing what we are doing. So I'm going to reduce this shape right now. I have this. I want to go to shape and change it. You'll notice that there are some on this edge, on the edges here. It is a bit curved. So I'm going to look for a shape that is close to it, and I think okay, this is the one. But this is a round shape. So it's not that much. Okay, so let's use this. I'm going to reduce this. Um, I'm going to reduce this. Let me get the perfect shape for this. This. Okay, look at it here. This is it. This particular one. So you notice that the side is round. So it has a round. It is rounded on the side. So I want to now make this white. I'm going to just put it on this one. It has to be color white. It's not totally white, but let's me do this. And I'm going to reduce it. Try and put this here also. I'm trying to see corner rounding. I think yes. Okay, so I can go to settings and also reduce the round. So let me try and reduce this, bring this down. I have this sorted out now. So um the next thing I'm going to see. So let's deal with the text. Let's deal with the text. To listen to teachings, comma, visit. So let's deal with the text. I'm going to start with text and then I'm just going to click on this to listen. Sorry, listen to teachings, comma, visit. So I have this and then I'm going to change. So I just prefer using one font. I don't have an issue using a particular font. So I'm going to use Poppins Extra Bold for this particular design. So I'm going to put it here. And I want to make sure that it fits into that white. I'm just going to change the font size. Font size reduced to 100. Try and drag it and fit it inside here. So it's still more. So let's give this 670. Oh, 70 is fine. I'm going to move it to the middle. Zoom in. I think I should just increase my shape. Let me increase the shape size. Yes, perfect. So I'm going to try and fit this in. Make sure that it is seated. So you see that those grid lines. The grid line shows me that it is in the center. So I have this. I want to change this my text color, not totally black. Now the black is too much. I can the contrast. So I can just come and pick a color. Uh, yes, this one is fine for me. So the next thing I'm seeing is www.livingworldmedia.org. So I'm going to add another text. I'm going to now create this www.livingworldmedia.org. So again, I'm going to first change the font. Poppins Extra Bold is what I'm using. I'm going to now, you notice the text is slant. Just pay attention when you are making design. The text is slant, so and then I bring it down here. But it is in color white, and then the org media and org are down. So I'm going to just try and reduce it, or from these settings, I'll just try and put word. So let me just put enter on this part. So I put enter, and then I can just divide both of them. So let me continue from there. So and then I'll just align, try and I'll make sure that this is aligned to the left. I'm aligning this text to the left, so I have this. Reduce my line spacing, yes, so that they are very close together. I bring it down here, but you notice that my text is in what color? White. I'm going to change this color to color white now. Okay, perfect. I might try and reduce this text a bit. Yes, or let me just increase the shape size. Take this text here. Um, okay, so I want to move these guys up. Yeah, so it's perfect. So I can just decide to change, increase this a bit and then bring it down. So I have this. What we need to now do is get the image of the guy Okay, so we still have more text to add in the middle. So let's do that. Listen to God's word. Please, are we following? Hello? Can anyone hear me? Oh, I'm not talking to myself. Hello? Can anyone hear me?
No, no. Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. I just wanted to confirm. So, let's now add the text um in the empty space that we have here. So I'm going to do listen to God's word. I'm going to add this. Let me first reduce this to 100 so I don't have it cutting out. I'm going to click on this. It says listen, and you notice that they are all in capital letters. So let's do that. Listen to God's.
Sir, I can't see the screen.
Okay, so you're not joining with the screen. There's a link I sent to WhatsApp. There's a link I sent. There's a link I sent. Use just follow me. You will see that everything is changing. So the link I sent on WhatsApp is what you should use. Just click on the
Okay,
link.
sir.
Just click on the link. You see that everything is okay. Just click on the link. Just hold on. Can we all see the screen? I want to make sure that I want to. Can you? Can you see the screen? Okay.
Yes, I can now.
Okay. So just follow me with what I'm doing. You probably just need to follow this. I want to make sure that we are seeing as I put up the designs. So the next thing is you are just watching on your phone. So that's what you are doing. You're not touching anything. So listen to God's word. Okay. I need to make sure that this space. Okay. Word. And then I want to change this to Poppins extra bold. Yes, perfect. And you'll notice that it is also slant italics. So I'm going to add this italics. I'm going to now increase it. Just leave this here first. And I have on the go. So I'm going to also type again text add. So I click on. Somebody is already tampering with what I'm doing. Just look at this second page. You don't have to do anything. So the next one is on the go, and then I have this. So I'm going to change this again to Poppins extra bold. I'm changing the font, and I'm going to increase this. You notice that this one is bigger than the rest. So let me do 200. Too small. 400. Perfect, but too big. So I'll try and resize it. Yes. So I'm resizing this. Yes. But I'm now going to make sure that it's in italics, it's italicized. So I'm going to reduce this. I just want to, yes, on the go. Yes, perfect. So I have an encounter with God's word. Let's type that into. It says, so have have an encounter with. Let's see. I'm just going to take this away. So I have this. I'm going to change again. I'm changing my font size, my font, and I'm going to reduce this. Let me reduce this to 100. Okay, perfect. So I'm also now going to make this italicized. So I have this. Now the next thing I want to now start doing is to add colors. So on this, I'm going to change the color. So I don't want something too dark. Yes, this one is perfect for me. But this is not this is just one color. So I'm going to change this color. And then I'm going to change this to a yellow. But today I want you to notice that these colors are there are something that are also under it. So there are some effects under it, and those things are called effects. I'm trying to take the basics as possible, but their effect, and that is what we're going to add. Let's just quickly add those effects. So I add effect. I'm going to click on let's do echo, and then you notice how that it has some other effect under. So again, I can just do the same thing for this. So I just click echo, and then it has some colors under. So I can decide to change the color to maybe a bit of orange. I can decide to change this color to a bit of um, black. Okay, let me use this color. Okay, so it's perfect for me. So I'm just trying to these colors. Let me see. Okay, so I'm just trying to put us through on how this actually looks. So how many of us are still following, please? I
I'm sir.
okay. Are you getting it? Like, do you understand this? I'm actually still going to make the teachings
Yeah,
available, but
I'm still following.
okay, okay. So I'm just going to increase this. I'm good now. The next thing I want to add are those images. I am done with the text. I want to add those images. So just give me a minute, and then just give me just 1 minute. I want to search for something. A minute, please. Ali, go inside. Go inside. Yes. Go inside. Go inside. Go and play it inside. Yeah. Pero battery mi ti low. Okay. Um. Mute. Okay. So let's continue. So the next thing I want to do is get those images. Like I said, you can always get images online, and then you can also get images on Canva. So let's try Canva. Let's take everything that we're doing. Let's take them on Canva. The next thing I want to do is please, who is lost? Who is not following? I noticed that some persons just joined us. I want to make sure that they are also seeing our screen. Um, okay. Precious, I can see you. Precious. So there's a link I dropped. There's a Canva link I dropped on the group. That is what you should click on and to join this. So once you join in, you would see all that I'm doing. You don't have to look at the recordings. All you just have to do is stay on the page, and then you notice what I'm doing. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do is I want to click on photos, and then I have on the image that I sent on WhatsApp, I have someone who is I have a guy who has an headset on. Then the next thing that comes to my mind is that for me to get that image, I have to follow that same pattern to get that image. So I'll just type guy with an headset, or man with an headset. See, you don't have to be perfect when you're searching. Oh. You just have to do your thing. You don't have to, but you have to streamline it. You cannot say one yellow guy with headphone in his ear stand sitting down. No, that's too long. Just make sure that the words are just very very short. So I have someone guy with an headset. So I have, you can see that I have plenty suggestions, and I just need to try and see the one that I can get. So let me see, man with an headset. So I'm getting this. It's also streamlining my research. So I'm trying to see the one I can actually use. Okay, okay. So that's just the drill. The drill is that you now look for the images. So in a minute I'm going to ask that you switch from this page, from Canva page right now, and go to the meeting link so that you can because I want to switch to a browser. Can you see what I'm doing? I want to switch to a browser. So let's switch to a browser, please. Let's switch to the meeting link that I sent. Can you just switch to that meeting link? You don't have to stay on this. I'll tell you when to revert, but because I want to show you something again. So if you are there, just say yes that you're already there so that I know. And if you don't understand, just tell me. Rachel, do you understand? Dami, Uriel, Israel, Lisbeth, Best. Hello?
Yes. Yes, I'm following you.
Okay, so have you switched? Have you switched from Canva now to the meeting link itself?
Yeah, I'm on the meeting link now.
Okay, okay. So can you see? What can you see? Let me know what you can see.
I just see people's icon.
Okay, Google, right? Okay, so I'm on my browser now. So next thing I want to do, let's search for so we're going to just search man with uh man with headset. So let's search and try and look for we can actually see some things on Google. So I think we'll have this. Let's look at this other person. Let's look at this one, this particular one. So if I pick this particular one, Alpha, this brother. Oh, on Splash. So I think we also have on Splash on. So I will just click. I can just do right click or just click on. Let's do visit. I don't want to. So this is it. And let's see. But B should be a page. Should be a page image. So I have it in iStock and I have it in. And this one is very very close to what I'm looking at. This man is very very close. So I'm going to send you a step by step way of how to get images on iStock. iStock, you would notice that they have their um, watermark on the image, so you might not be able to use it. So let's look for someone that we can actually use. So I'm going to go to let's use this guy, and I'm just going to click open. I'm going to click save image as um, man with headset. So I'm going to download it and try and see. Let me open it and see. I just hope it doesn't have. Okay, so you see, it doesn't have the background thing. So it doesn't have that watermark. The next thing I want to do, we are going to go to another um tool. We're going to use a tool now to remove. I told you about having images that do not have that are in their format in a format where they are transparent, and that is in PNG format. So let me click on this, and then you'll notice that this image has background. It has background, and you can see the color. But I want this image to be a standalone image. So that's what I want to do. That's why I'm going to go to I'm going to go back to my browser. I'm going to click on this, and then I'm going to use a link remove dot bg. So I'm just going to enter so that I can remove the background. So I'm going to click on upload image, and then I'm going to look at it man with headsets. I'm just going to click upload and wait for this. So you see all these checkers, all these other places means that the images, the colors are no longer there. So this is the only person I have. So I'm going to click on download. Then it is saved on my desktop. Then the next thing I'm going to do is revert back to Canva. So I'm going to revert back to Canva, and you can also do the same. You can also do the same now, so that you have a bigger screen. You can also do the same right now. Just revert. So if you do that, just tell me yes, you've done that, so we can continue. So can we continue? Are you on Canva now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So the next thing I want to do, I want to bring that image in. I have downloaded, you'll notice what I did. I downloaded an image, I removed the background, and then I'm bringing it to Canva. The next thing I want to do is now bring it to Canva. So I go to upload, and then I click upload media. I'm going to click on this, the new one I just added. So this is a new image. So I'm just going to click it. Look at the image is already here. So I want to add this image here. You can notice that we're not having the same perfect image. So I'm bringing in something very close. So I'm going to increase the size. Then I can just try and rotate this. Try and increase it also till it becomes very very big, and then I can try and also this part. Let me delete this. Okay, so I can just try and I'm trying to properly position it. So I have this image here. So you can just notice how all of these elements. So if I had brought in that other former image, let me bring in that image. So this is a PNG file. PNG, you see that it has only the image and it doesn't have any other background. Let me try and bring that other image so you will see the difference. This is the one we downloaded without removing the background. So let me add it. So once I add it, you would see, let me bring it position to front. So you see that, see, I can't put it here. It has its own color and it's not going to sit well. That is why I removed the background. So that's why we're using this in a PNG. So I'm going to just put this, and then I can just rotate this a bit. Okay, for me it's perfect. I bring him down, and then I have this. The last thing we want to do, I told us that we must always do research. We must always go online. There is actually nothing, no excuse for that. So all of the things that you want to do is do research. So this image itself is showing Saint Community Church. So we can go online and look for their logo. That is the next thing we want to do. So we can also switch. So let's switch now back to our meeting link so you can see what I'm doing on the page itself. So I'm going back to Google Chrome. So can you see my screen? Please confirm if you can see my screen.
I can see you on screen now.
Okay, you can see it. What I want you to do is go back to the link. Like, don't stay on Canva. Go back to the link.
Yes, I'm on the Google Meet itself.
Okay, you're on the Google Meet itself. So let me see. I'm still sharing. Screen. And so share. Screen. So can you see it now?
Yes, I can see you presenting.
Yes. Yes.
Did you see the first one I did? I need to confirm that you saw that remove image I did.
Right.
Huh? Hello?
Sir, I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
Oh
didn't
no!
see the profile.
Nobody was saying anything about me. Oh God! Okay, so let's do it again. So I'm just going to quickly run through it. So I said that for images, all you just have to do is that you search using keywords. So I'm going to add man with an headset. So this is what I'm doing, and then I look for an image that is very very close to what I'm doing, and then I use that image, the image that is very very close to what I'm doing. So man with an headset, I just click on this guy. So this particular image I have here is in Unsplash, is an image from unsplash.com. So if I click on this image, if I click on visit, I'm going to have it, but I would need to pay for the image. So I said I'm actually going to teach us on how to remove image background, but let's stay with this first, and then I'm going to click on, just right click on it. I'll see save image as. So once I click on save image as, I would give it a name. So let me just give it man with headset download. So I already have it, so I'm not going to replace it. So I already have the image. Then the next thing I did is look at, I want to open the image up. So I said that once I open the image up, you would notice that the image itself it has a background, it has a color on this side, and it has a color itself. So we want to remove that color. So we'd use a tool, a link, which is remove.bg. Remove.bg. BG there stands for background. So remove background. So I just click on upload image. I click on man with headsets, and then once I click on it, it removes the background. So you can now see that the background will now be transparent, and then I just click on download. Once I download it, I have the image. So let's open that same image. Look at it. This is the image. This is the first one, and this is the second one. So they are both different. The how you will now get that it is different is when you now go to Canva itself, and then I bring it in Canva. Look at it here. This is the one that we remove the background. And then this is the one that has a background. So this is the one that has a background. You notice that it has, look at the color. I'll delete it. And then this is the second one that doesn't have. You notice that it does not have a color. So that is it. No, please, do we get it now?
Yes, sir.
Please, at any point when you can't see my screen or you can't hear me, just call my attention to it. Thank you very much. So we we're doing the next one now, which is to look for the organization image, the church image that we have there. So it's a logo. You're not supposed to build that yourself. All you just have to do is research. I told you how research is important. Searching is important. So we're going to Saint Community Church, Community Church logo. So I'm just going to search with that, and then I have a ton. K is my pastor. So I'm going to click on this. This is the logo itself. So it is the logo I want. I'm going to click on the logo, and then I have this. But when you're checking online, notice that there are some images that when you see them, you notice that they are very, very faint. Those images are of low quality, low resolution. Let me use the word resolution because resolution is far better. They are of low resolution. That means it has been reduced. So you don't want to use those kind of images. You want to use images that are of higher resolution. So you try them out. So I'm going to click on this one. So this one is also almost the same. This is almost the same. Okay, so this is far better. This is way better. So what I do again is I just right click and then I click on save image as. So Saint Community Church logo. So I'm just going to save, and then I have that saved also. So next, what do we do next is we'll go to remove.bg. I want to make sure I remove the background color, which is this black. I don't want to put the black in my own design. I want to make it a transparent one as what? As a PNG. So next thing I want to do is I want to upload image. I'll click on this, the logo itself, and then I just hold on while it removes the background. So those are some of the things that you just need to do, confirming that you have a tool that can help you. So I have this, and I think it's perfect, but I need to also make sure that it's giving me the correct information. So let's click on download. So once I click on download, I'm reverting back to Canva. So I have Canva. I'm here back on Canva. I want to upload that image. I want to upload it, and then I have it here. So perfect. So once I click on it, look at it comes here. So I use this one as a placeholder for me to know where my logo is coming, so I can delete it now. And then I have the logo. I'll just resize my logo. I'm not sure this logo is perfect because it has removed some other element, but I just resize my logo, and then let me make this bigger a bit, and then I have it perfectly set on this side. How many of us understand? Did you get this part also? Did you get the second one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have done two designs now. We have done this and we have done this. I want us to ask questions before we go into the one that is more technical. I think it is at this point you just need to ask questions. If you have any, please let's ask questions right now. Okay.
Sir, I want to ask question regarding the first one you did.